Dylan Runny racing for the first time in front of the hometown faithful in the U1 Miss Home Street, the powder blue and white, the Home Street blue actually. Dylan Runny in the mix. He's qualified as an H1 unlimited hydroplane pilot. Did that last weekend at Gunnersville. The reins are turned loose, and Brad, the Legend Yacht Transport with Jamie Nielsen is in the mix as well. We are 5 minutes and 30 seconds until the start for H1 Unlimited Heat number 1 here at the 73rd Madison Regatta. It's the Bob Hughes Memorial presented by U.S. Premier Tube Mills. Brad Luce will try it again. The lids are locked. The fuel pump is on. The lines are loose. Drivers, light up the Lycomings.
2, 1.
Jeff Ayler, it's like you're radioing them directly, because immediately at the 5-minute mark, we heard the turbines begin to spool. Time to stand up. 1, 2, 3, 4. H1 Unlimited hydroplanes come away from the dock. U1 to Miss Home Street is first away. Jamie Nielsen this time is going to jump out. He was the third boat up the dock, but he's going to jump to an inside lane. Remember last time Nielsen took off away from the field up the backstretch. He's already got the jump on the field going down to turn 1 here at the start procedure, and Dustin Eccles this time comes up quickly onto a plane.
4:20 until the start. Brad, that's important for the drivers in the cockpit. That's part of their strategy in this race before the race. Right now, each driver does not know what lane they're starting in. This is the sequence. This is the race before the race. Usually the first one out is generally right on their timing marks. We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, we're also going to see if anybody wants to cut the race course right now. They can cut the course from back to front on the top end of the GP race course. Our first 3 boats, which are Jamie Nielsen and the Legend Yacht Transport, the Beacon Electric, and the Miss Home Street, have all decided not to do that. We'll see if maybe Dustin Eccles might want to cut the course. He could do so now, but it looks as though he too will go up underneath the Milton Madison Bridge. Everybody going up to the top end. I suspect part of that is go up and see what the water looks like up there.
3:30 until the start. Jamie Nielsen approaching the Madison Ford start-finish line buoy in the Chartreuse Royal Blue and Red Legend Yacht Transport. Following Jamie about 1,500 feet back is J. Michael Kelly in the dominant red U8 Beacon Electric. Just underneath the Milton Madison Bridge on the Indiana shoreline, the Home Street blue and white, Miss Home Street. Dylan Runny in the cockpit, and behind Dylan in the Tennessee orange. 3 minutes until the start. Dustin Eccles drives the Bucket List Racing. Brad, we're 2:55 away. Right now, still lots to decide. Which driver right now in that enclosed capsule feels, are they on their timing marks? Are they not on their timing marks? Do they need to go to plan B or C?
And are they in the lane they want to be? An interesting line for Dylan Runny down the front straightaway. He came down the front straightaway on the far outside. Behind him was Dustin Eccles, and now Dustin Eccles has moved to the inside of him. Runny left the door open for him, so he stepped inside of him. But still, to your point, a lot to decide as we come up on 2 minutes and 20 seconds. 2:20, Jeff.
Timing marks. When we get to 24 seconds, that's where the field would like to be at the entrance pin at turn number 2 to our left. Exit pin at turn number 2, 17 seconds. If you're at the Milton Madison Bridge on the front chute at 12 seconds, put the hammer to it. That's a good timing run. 2 minutes until Heat 1, H1 Unlimited.
So far, nobody has decided to cut across the race course, and now it looks like Jamie Nielsen with 150 is going to come down the front straightaway slowly. The other piece to the puzzle here, Jeff, and we've talked about it, you've got to maintain at least 80 miles per hour during this entire 5-minute period. That will be determined by the officials whether you did or did not when we go through tech inspection. But Jamie Nielsen at 1:30 is already across start finish line. Kelly comes by. He is in lane 2. Nielsen sitting at 1. Right now, it is Dustin Eccles in 3, and on the outside, it looks like Dylan Runny. 1:15, Jeff, until our start.
By the positioning of the boats, no one elected to cut through the infield just past the start-finish line buoy to the back chute. They all go in turn number 1. We are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. mark. 1 minute period has begun for heat number 1 of H1 Unlimited at the Bob Hughes Memorial 73rd Madison Regatta, presented by U.S. Premier Tube Mills. Brad Luce set these lanes for heat 1.
Legend Yacht Transport, Jamie Nielsen. That is the Chartreuse and Royal Blue boat. He is sitting in lane number 1. He's the leader up the backstretch. Lane number 2, the bright red boat. That is the Beacon Electric. That is J. Michael Kelly in the U8. Lane number 3 is going to go to the bright orange U40. That is going to be Dustin Eccles in Bucket List Racing. It's going to be the hometown Miss Madison, Miss Home Street on the far outside. Jeff Ayler inside, 23 seconds to the start. Let's start our 73rd Madison Regatta.
By my timing marks, everyone looks well behaved. Nielsen in 1, Kelly in 2, Eccles in 3, Ronnie in 4.
11,
There's 12 seconds. They're
9,
past the bridge.
8,
they see the
7,
Madison Ford start
6,
finish line.
5,
we are now
4,
3, 2,
2,
1,
1,
mark. We're racing in H1 Unlimited heat number 1 here on the Ohio River in Madison, Indiana. Start looked good by my eye, and it was a legal start. Legal start. Heat number 1, H1 Unlimited. Your leader in lane number 1, Jamie Nielsen, Legend Yacht Transport.
Jamie Nielsen had the best start. He led him across start-finish line, and right now he's got a full rooster tail. Jamie Nielsen, Legend Yacht Transport. What a surprise up the backstretch. He's being chased by Dustin Eccles in the U40. Bucket List Racing. Then third place on the outside, Dylan Runny in the home street. J. Michael Kelly on an inside lane pulls up the rear. He is in 4th, but still a very tight field at the top end of the race course. Jeff Ayler, remember, we go 3 times around. This will be the completion of lap number 1.
Nielsen in front. If he wins this one, it will be at the start. He was there first when the clock struck 0. He's got a comfortable margin. Jamie Nielsen, your leader. Legend Yacht Transport, Dustin Eccles in 2nd. Now J. Michael Kelly and Dylan Runny side by side for 3rd. Nielsen 1 complete, 2 to go in the Legend Yacht Transport. Dustin Eccles in 2nd, Bucket List Racing. J. Michael Kelly has moved to 3rd in the Beacon Electric. Dylan Runny in 4th in Miss Home Street. And Brad Luce, could this be the first upset of the weekend? Nielsen in front, and it's comfortable.
Yeah, it is a comfortable lead. He's actually opened up water. Keep an eye on J. Michael Kelly. He has closed a little bit of ground on Dustin Eccles in the Bucket List. There's a good race back there for 2nd. But Jamie Nielsen rocking and rolling up the backstretch. He's halfway up there in the U11 Legend Yacht Transport. Got a comfortable rooster tail and a half on Dustin Eccles that he can keep on his right side hip. We are just over halfway through this heat 1 for H1 Unlimited. There is a good race developing for 2nd place. Keep an eye on J. Michael Kelly in 3rd, but off the top end, still Nielsen, Jeff.
Nielsen in front, the one-time Major League Baseball draftee by the Kansas City Royals. He loved boat racing. He's showing superior driving skill in H1 Unlimited heat number 1. White flag displayed, 2 complete and 1 to go, and Jamie Nielsen leads it, and it's comfortable. 2nd place to Dustin Eccles in the Bucket List Racing. Now Dustin going to the inside wake of your leader, and Kelly is behind him. That battle for 2nd is not over. Running in 4th, Brad, your leader is Nielsen, but look at 2nd. It's going to be tight.
Yeah, it might get tight in there for Kelly, and it does, because Dustin moved in a little bit. It was going to get tight for Kelly. He got in the rough water. He's still within a half a rooster tail of Dustin Eccles. They're going to come off the lower end of the race course, and now Dustin Eccles starts to open it up on J. Michael Kelly after Kelly got stuck in that rough water down at turn 1. But Jamie Nielsen is up to the Milton Madison Bridge. You said it, Jeff. Could we have our first upset of the weekend? This is a doozy if the story holds. Jamie Nielsen is at the top end of the race course. He gets to the exit pin now, and he's just got to come down the front straightaway. He will pick up first place for the U11 Legend Yacht Transport.
Jamie Nielsen, your 5th fastest qualifier of the 5-boat H1 Unlimited.
Kelly is
field.
down.
And we got Kelly down, checkered flag waving. Here's your winner of H1 Unlimited heat number 1. It's Jamie Nielsen in Legend Yacht Transport. 2nd place will be the Bucket List Racing. We got a battle for 3rd. Running in the home street. Here comes Kelly on the inside, and J. Michael Kelly will get 3rd place. I'm going to give it to Kelly by about 14 feet over Dylan Runny in the Miss Home Street. That's unofficial because we're a little bit sideways at the German American Bank judges stand looking at the Madison Ford start finish line. Jamie Nielsen, your unofficial winner of heat number 1. He won it right at the start, the best start Lane number 1, shorter way around, textbook driving.
Absolutely. Jamie Nielsen was just superb in that heat. My apologies to our fans as J. Michael Kelly is going dead in the water down in the lower corner. My apologies, Jeff. At the top end of the race course, Kelly really got in some soup up there, and the boat really slowed down. That's why all of a sudden you had the home street right alongside him. But a great run for Kelly to pick up third when they came home. But the story of this one, it is chartreuse and royal blue with a bunch of red trim. Jamie Nielsen in the Legend Yacht Transport. They are going to be extremely happy. I'm looking to our left. Scott Rainey is to our left. He's standing there with Jean Theoret. And they are both, Jean Theoret is here as a guest of the U11 Legend Yacht Transport. They've got to be very, very happy. I can guarantee you that Scott Rainey will take this in stride, just another step in the right direction.
Brad, we had 2 veterans in the heat. Nielsen and Kelly were the veterans. They were in lanes 1 and 2. The 2 other drivers, Dustin Eccles, he's still relatively new to the unlimited class, and of course Dylan Runny, his second race. But Jamie Nielsen, that veteran savviness, he was right there at 0 at the start. That one H1 Unlimited Heat 1 unofficial. Beautiful start, beautiful driving. That goes to show how tight this field is here in Madison for the Madison Regatta. Good stuff.
It's very good stuff, and we've been saying it since Guntersville. This field is so competitive. You better not be a tick or 2 late at the start because the race is going to be over. You're not going to run this field down, and not going to put the moniker on them of our slowest qualifier, but if you want to look at it that way, got to jump on the field, and nobody is going around Jamie Nielsen that time.
One more final puzzle piece to make this race official, tech inspection.
Yep, that's an unofficial finish order. The boats have to go through tech. We will get that as soon as we can. But either way, that was a beauty, and I know you turned around and saw Scott Rainey walk behind us. He was a happy guy, had Jean Theoret in tow, and there were some big smiles on the face.
Those are 400 big points to go with their 5th place points in qualifying. So right now, early on at the Bob Hughes Memorial 73rd Madison Regatta presented by U.S. Premier Tube Mills, your boat that qualified 5th, unofficial winner of H1 Unlimited, heat number 1. But boy, what a battle for third there. I believe Kelly hung on and got it by about a half a boat length, which is 14 feet. And I know Dylan Runny will be disappointed, but that's why you need to continue racing till you get to the checkered flag.
Absolutely. And Jeff Ayler, I just realized I have good news for you. Very good news. We get to do that 5 more times.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
How about that? We're going to put 4 boats out there 5 more times. That was something special. And that's a happy group down there as the Legend Yacht Transport gets lifted out of the water and makes its way toward the trailer.
Brad, the timing marks we mentioned, they were right there at the entrance pin at turn number 2. I looked down at the monitor. They were there around that 25-second mark. And I knew when the field got off the exit pin at turn number 2, it was just mash the gas and let it rip. And we're getting some preliminary reports on some possible damage to one of our racing crafts.
Well, an eagle eye up here on the tower is thinking there may be some structural damage to the horizontal stabilizer, the wing on the U8. And quite candidly, that would not surprise me. He really got in the soup. You called it when they went down to the bottom end of the race course to start lap number 3. It appeared as though Dustin Eccles made a move to the inside. He was not going to be able to run Jamie down on the outside. He made a move to the inside. You knew that was going to tighten it up in there for Kelly, and he really got in the soup.
Smart driving. Eccles was trying to protect that second place finish in 300 points. And Brad, by my eye, visually live, it was a legal maneuver, plenty of boat links there, but that's part of the strategy in unlimited hydroplane racing. You can take that boat if you got the necessary boat links. You can come in, you can come out, make that wake, make that rooster tail a little bit of a hindrance.
And we've got something special for the fans here because coming up the stairs beside us on our left is your winner, your apparent winner of our Heat 1. Jamie Nielsen is coming up with our Jordan Bear. When they get up here, I'm going to take the headset off. We're going to give it to Jordan Bear, and we're going to put a headset on Jamie Nielsen. You guys are going to have a discussion with him. But I got a hunch if those of you here at Start Finish look over and see Jordan got pretty happy, good-looking Jamie Nielsen back there. We'll get him up here and have the conversation. Jordan, great job. I'm going to step away. Jeff, you've got it.
Thank you, Brad Luce. Jordan Bear coming over, and Jamie Nielsen with Legend Yacht Transport. All right, young man. I'll ask the first question, then Jordan will take it from there. Doing a microphone switch here. We'll get with Jamie momentarily. Jamie, congratulations. Textbook driving, one right at the start, lane one. You were there at 0, key to victory.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this race course is as difficult as they come on the circuit. These rough, tight corners put an emphasis on being inside lane, and it's not always the fastest boat that wins on this river. And you know, that heat, the U11 Legend Yacht Transport was just good enough. We got the inside lane. Those guys were a bit late, and I gave her everything she had, and we were able to hold them off.
You know, you saw yesterday, you slowly but surely in all your runs, you were able to slowly increase your speed. You knew you had the boat speed. You told me yesterday it's going to come down to the turns, the lane choice. Did you always want lane one when you went out there?
Oh, you know, sometimes you just kind of take what you can get, but we were experimenting with some setups and some timing marks, and, you know, you guys all know Mike Kelly. I don't think he fought me too hard for it, but, you know, there's a lot of racing still to go this weekend, and you're going to see a lot of different strategies and techniques, and guys might be experimenting, trying some other things for the final, but, you know, we're really happy with 400 points. We're going to take them, put them in the bank, and try to keep building throughout the weekend.
You look at the rest of the fleet. Obviously, you had 3 other really, really fast boats by you there. Were you always still kind of having that corner of your eye of you knew a boat was right there behind you?
Oh, for sure. I mean, anytime you got boats like that behind you, you're digging for everything you got to stay ahead. So, you know, I got a great radio guy and crew chief Scott Rainey, and he was telling me exactly where they were, and from the sounds of it, I wasn't pulling away from them there for a while, so it took a lot of work. But, you know, anytime you can beat a field like that, you're doing something right.
So what are you going to do now, Jamie?
I'm going to go take this suit off and cool off.
Awesome. Jamie Nielsen.
One last question. We'll let you cool off. You're in wonderful shape. You're winded.
This course is it's a challenge. I mean, the holes in the corner are as big today as I've seen them, so it's going to be an exciting race. I hope the fans enjoy it.
Jamie Nielsen, your unofficial winner, Heat 1, H1 Unlimited, Legend Yacht